Vegas was that epic output in the 12th round to be king of the lightweight division when he upset the great Vasily Lomachenko. Then he was upset himself. And now here he is at 140 pounds. And Sean Porter has come out ringside to see him, the two-time welterweight champion. Speaking of champions, there is Sinisa Estrada, the undefeated current multi-division world champion. Next week, we will see the grandson of the GOAT, Nico Ali Walsh, is ringside. He will be in action next week. Many believe Keyshawn Davis is one of the next great ones. The promising prospect has been making the rounds. Here's a guy who's been calling out Teofimo Lopez's name, the undefeated number 7 ranked junior welterweight in the world, Arnold Barboza. Miguel Berchelt, the recent 130-pound world champion, who has come out to see Lopez in action at a venue that he most recently fought at. And those two seemingly always together. Bob Arum with Raiders owner Mark Davis, one of the biggest fight fans in town. And now time for the Geico tail of the tape in this sold-out event center to see Lopez and Campa. And note the punch output by Pedro Campa. The junior welterweight average is to throw just over 57 punches per round. Campa puts forth over 80. And they feel strongly that they will need the volume, the pressure, and to throw everything they can at Teofimo Lopez to pull the upset here. Pedro Campa, it'll be his first fight with Manny Robles in his corner, the veteran trainer. A significant underdog. Late money all poured in on the heavy favorite Lopez. Lopez is up to a minus 3,500 favorite. And nobody expects this fight to go the distance. Minus 400 says the Vegas books for the fight to be stopped early. The over-under is only 5.5 rounds. Campa very, very understanding of the moment, realizing the opportunity, calling it the opportunity that can change his life. We talked to him about the strategy, how to do it. And Timmy, he said yes, pressure, but it has to be intelligent pressure.
Definitely has to be intelligent pressure because you don't want to rush things against a counterpuncher like Teofimo Lopez.
Think about what's going through his mind right now compared to the last time that he fought. When he stepped into that ring against Kambosos, he did so fighting through a medical issue. He had shortness of breath leading up to that fight. Come to find out, a post-fight medical exam found excessive air in Teofimo's chest. It was a small tear in his esophagus. He was born in Brooklyn. He was raised in South Florida. He lives in Vegas. And he lives for these moments. Here comes Teofimo. called this the greatest time of his life. He's at peace. He's happy. To be fulfilled, he says he has to conquer and take over this new division, 140 pounds. The return of Teofimo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside Resorts World Las Vegas. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. This evening is brought to you by Samaritan, starring Sylvester Stallone, coming to Prime Video August 26th. By Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations. By Boost Mobile, money is power. By Die Hard Batteries and Advanced Auto Parts. Our judges at ringside, Tim Cheatham, Dave Moretti, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Tony Weeks. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the vacant WBO International and NABF Junior Welterweight titles. And now to everyone here inside Resorts World Las Vegas, and to everyone watching live on ESPN, this is boxing, this is Top Rank, and baby, this is the main event! Introducing first, out of the blue corner, presented in association with Zanfer Promotions. He weighed in at 139.4 pounds, wearing black trunks with blue trim. He brings an impressive record into the ring: 34 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, 23 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Llama, Sonora, Mexico, Pedro La Roca Compa. Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with Takeover Promotions. He weighed in at 138.8 pounds, wearing white trunks with gold and blue trim. His record, 16 victories, 1 defeat, 12 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the former undisputed lightweight champion of the world from Brooklyn, New York, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez!
Caballeros, ustedes recibieron sus instrucciones. Y aquí está bien, aquí no. Aquí está bien, aquí no. Denle toda para arriba. De que no hable limpia. Escúchame, cuídate. Listos, vámonos.
So here we go. Teofimo Lopez in a new weight class, coming off the shocking upset loss. Andre, he told us the other day, the first step to success is failure. I think much could be revealed early on, considering how he came out in that first round in the shocking loss to Kambosos.
Yeah, he's got to learn from it. He was reckless in the Kambosos fight. He was very, he assumed that he was going to hit Kambosos and Kambosos was going to fall over. That wasn't the case. Let's see if he learned his lesson. Compa is not on Lopez's level, but he's a strong enough and stiff enough test to let us know where Lopez is at mentally and physically.
Pedro Compa started his career 27-0. His only career loss was a 7th round knockout in 2017. He's 7-0-1 since then, and he's coming off of back-to-back knockout wins against undefeated fighters.
You see the speed difference right away. Teofimo Lopez is the quicker fighter. able to get his shots off before Campa's even able to retaliate with anything.
Took that dip to the left and had the uppercut come in.
Big shots that just missed. The other question is, does the power carry for Teofimo Lopez from 135 to 140?
Huge fan support here in Vegas for Teo. Champ has started up in round number 1. Sold out event center here at Resorts World. Campa getting that, as he'd like to describe it, intelligent pressure. Getting to the inside, letting his hands go. Now trying to close the gap.
Come on, hands free, manos libres, sepárense, step back.
Campa's being as defensively responsible as he possibly can. Still applying pressure. There's a right hand available for him over the top. Teo's looking to close the distance. With that lead hand down, he can sneak a right hand right over the top.
Two-punch combination from Lopez.
I think it's too early for Lopez to have that left hand down in that shoulder roll position. The mistake that young fighters make is that Mayweather didn't do that until he had control of the opponent and the fight. Lopez doesn't have control at this moment.
That shoulder roll, a big part of your lab breakdown for the success of Teofimo, Timmy.
Well, that's what he likes to use, primarily the shoulder roll.
Goes to the body as he steps forward here in the closing moments of round number 1. And a short left hand on the inside caps it.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
From the crunchy pickles to the crispy, juicy, tender chicken and perfectly buttered buns. Every time you eat a McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich, you're on a journey. And your fingertips are just glistening. Tender lunch break souvenirs. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
Teofimo Lopez had a 16-8 connect advantage over Pedro Campa in round number 1. I'll tell you, it's good just to have him back. The energy he brings, you could hear that crowd even in round number 1. Teofimo, no matter what you think of him, has that it factor, but it's one fight in 22 months up until that first round that we just saw. We asked him about it the other day. He said, listen, the business played me.
Stop.
Right now, the business ahead is where he can go at 140 pounds. If he gets through Campa tonight, who knows, maybe a date on Heisman night, maybe a title opportunity against Josh Taylor, depending on what happens in the fight in the rematch against Jack Catterall. But the opportunities exist at 140 pounds for premier fights against big names.
I just spoke with Teofimo Lopez Sr. He says, look, I want him to keep jabbing. He's going to keep just winning these rounds, touching him with that jab. The knockout will come, and I see it being an overhand right.
37 of his 58 punches thrown to this point, a minute into round 2, have been the jab. Tried to go underneath with the right hand, then the sweep across with a rear hook. Campa fires off the straight right of his own. Good head movement from Lopez, and a two-punch combination, working his way off the ropes. And a sweeping right hand.
But this is the test, even early test, is that you want to see if the punches of Lopez have the same effects as they did with the guys at 135. Now, it's early, we'll see, but right now, Campa is taking these punches very well. He's not matching speed for speed, skill for skill, but he's still in the pocket, and he's landing some shots.
As he did just there, as he said he would, step to him.
And he's making Teo extremely uncomfortable right now with the work rate and the pace that he's choosing to fight this fight. Putting a lot of pressure on him mentally.
So it's going to force Lopez to make adjustments and then make more adjustments. That's what we're looking for right here. He said he only sparred 2 weeks for this fight. That could come back to bite him.
For those that didn't hear the conversation earlier, that came about in an interview he had with Mark Kriegel. He did not deny it, but he said, listen, I know what's best for me. Tim, your reaction to that of only getting in 2 weeks of sparring in a lead up to a main event fight like this?
You can't do 2 weeks of sparring, especially 10 rounds against a fighter that throws 80 punches plus a round. You know, you need at least 4 to 5 weeks of sparring, good quality rounds to get prepared for a fighter like this. We're going to see his conditioning as this fight continues on in the later rounds.
You get a crispy chicken sandwich with a medium fries and drink for just $5 when you order on the McDonald's app. And the sandwich even comes wrapped in silver. Like a crispy, juicy, tender present. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the...
Go!
Absolute packed house here at the event center at Resorts World Las Vegas to see the return of Teofimo Lopez against game and gritty Pedro Campa. Lopez with a 36-21 connect advantage. Dre, you brought up an interesting conversation about a new weight class. Does the power carry? And Timmy, you are a world champion in this weight class at 140 pounds. Things get different. To the layman, they say, wait a minute, it's only 5 pounds. He was a champ at 135. He weighed in at 138. But in this division, Josh Taylor is a big guy. Regis Prograis is a big guy. Ramirez is a big guy.
But to Dre's point, Taylor was a big 135 pounder. So he was a lot bigger. Big boned it, you know, so when he hit guys, they felt it. But at 140, he's actually the smaller guy tonight. He's not the bigger man tonight. Campas is the bigger man. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to knock these guys out. He has to break Campa down, and what he has to do is go down to the body first, and then land those kill shots up top.
Well, that's the kind of shot that Lopez needs to land. Box, box, box. Surprise Campa. He can't stand there and just unload like he did at 135, at least not right now.
Oh, he's having fun for a moment here, Trey, isn't he?
Right, but it's the skill, then power. That's what's getting Campa's attention. But Campa's throwing too.
Bernardo's in the corner of Campa.
Manny Robles told me he needs to keep his left hand up because Teofimo's looking for that overhand right, and his shots can't be looping. They've got to be straight, short shots.
First time they have worked together. Manny Robles, of course, veteran trainer who won the heavyweight championship of the world with Andy Ruiz, the upset of Anthony Joshua.
Stop.
I like what Lopez is doing. I'm feeling the flavor. Do what you got to do. Just don't do it with your back to the rope. Do it in the center of the ring. You give a guy who has slower feet and slower hands like Campa that stability by you being up against the rope, he'll feel confident to unload with both hands. But he's in deep water when he's in the center of the ring.
Heads came together on the inside.
Campa's gaining more confidence coming forward. He said he don't feel anything. That's what he's saying. He's taking these big punches from Teo, and he's coming back, or at least trying to come back with his offense. Here he comes.
Lopez shouldn't get frustrated by that. He should happily oblige and continue to deliver what Campa is asking for.
He dances in the corner after showing that upper body head movement.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
You know you love it, especially the spicy sauce. You'd never waste crispy chicken sandwich spicy sauce by wiping it on a napkin. That's what your fingers are for. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here, not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
Round 4, Lopez and Campa. Campa had a fight high for him. 15 punches landed in that last round, but this was the moment from Teofimo.
This little trick shot. Yep, little trick shot right there with the shoulder to lift the chin. You see the ref on the opposite side. He doesn't see the shoulder lift. And you see the right hand of Teofimo Lopez laying clean on Campa.
Just creating a little bit of space, Dre, that's all.
Yeah, why not?
Right.
That's illegal, but it's all good.
Anything it takes. Listen, wrap around that right hand as well here to start round number 4.
Very little body work from Teofimo Lopez tonight. It would suit him if he was to go down to Campa body to wear him down a bit.
Teofimo Lopez is in a very, very good groove right now. I wish he would pick his left hand up and throw more left hands to set up the big shots and stay off the ropes, because that can be dangerous, like we said. But other than that, I think he's boxing a perfect fight. He seems very relaxed, and he seems to be having fun in there. Right now, Campa is competitive, but he's not winning these rounds.
I completely agree with the assessment of relaxed and having fun, and we've seen that throughout the early goings.
And sometimes, Tess, rest and being away from the game causes you to come back a little bit different. Sometimes you got to miss it.
He told us he's at peace, the happiest that he's been. Interesting dynamic when you're around the team. The rather large team. I think he showed up with 17 in the entourage to the fighter production meetings. But he is much more in control and guiding his own course than he's ever been.
Lopez gets credit for his explosiveness, his showmanship, but he's got an IQ. And you see it on display right now. He realizes that I might not be able to get Campa out, at least right now, with one shot. So I have to go into the toolbox and show some other things.
He's using the cross guard defense right there.
High cross guard.
And then Campa saying, I got a chin on me. Can't hurt me. That's the way you stay involved in the fight. You Campa, you got to psych yourself out. If you come in here with the mentality that you're going to get knocked out, you can get knocked out. But he's came in there with the mentality, you can't hurt me. As he presses forward, Dre.
Yeah, his success is going to come on the back half of 6 if he's still around. So he's got to put some money in the bank. He's not putting as much money as Lopez is putting in the bank, but he's got to have something in there in hopes that he can wear Lopez down and start to land some big shots. And right now, Lopez is landing the big shots.
Good finish here to round 4 from Teofimo Lopez. You see the speed difference.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
Young warrior, carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when you are done. Aho.
FX's Reservation Dogs, now stream.
Teofimo Lopez told us this week, you never admit defeat, but you have to admit the lessons in defeat. Perhaps lessons learned from what happened last November when George Kambosos took the 4 lightweight belts from him. Of course, Kambosos then gave way to Devin Haney. Devin Haney now the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. They will have the rematch on ESPN from Australia coming up this fall. Lopez in control early. Slipping the first 4 rounds and Dre's scorecard. 77 of 47 connect advantage. He's landed 50% of his power punches.
Just spoke with Teofimo Lopez Sr. He said, look, I just want him to keep jabbing. He's timing him well, but he's got to be careful because they don't call him La Roca for nothing. He hits hard.
22 knockouts in his 33 wins. There's the right hand from Teofimo. Shoulder roll, right hand. Tried to place the uppercut that time.
That punch is thrown and landed when you've timed your opponent, their movements, and that's exactly what Teofimo Lopez has done right now.
Able to block much of that work and then slip to the inside. There's an uppercut that came in at the end of that combination from Campa.
See, but Campa, what he's doing is he's letting off the power, and now he's just letting his hands go. He's just trying to touch tail, trying to outwork him.
You can touch a fighter, you can hurt him, and if you can hurt him, you can knock him out. But loading up and allowing Lopez to continue to evade your shot is not going to get you anywhere. He's got to do exactly what Tim Bradley just stated. Looks like Lopez is taking a round off.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Campa is taking advantage and landing more shots.
There's no doubt about that. If you look at the output from Lopez compared to the earlier rounds, good exchange off the ropes. And now pot shotting off the hip with that jab.
Here in the corner at Campa, you had to know this is how the fight was going to go. You had to know that your guy was going to take punishment early. Hope that he can take the shot and just keep pressing, keep chipping, keep banging away in hopes that you're on the other side of 6 and you might get yourself back in the fight.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left in East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here? Not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas.
Start of round number 6 from Vegas. Lopez and Campa. Late money came in heavily on the big favorite Teofimo Lopez, as it did on the under total rounds, which would be 90 seconds through this round. You see the punches last round. Dre, you made the point. You felt like it was a round that Lopez clearly was taken off. He only threw 43 punches there. It was 15 of 43. That's his low output of the fight to this point.
Manny Robles has to continue to inject the belief into his charge. Pedro Campa that Lopez is getting tired. You've taken the best shots. Keep pressing. You're wearing him down. Whether that is true or not remains to be seen, but that's the message that needs to come to Campa if he's going to have a shot later in this fight.
Manny Robles just told me he had a conversation with Pedro Campa. Said, look, I don't want you to allow Teofimo to set his feet. You've got to be more active. You've got to keep pressuring him and not allow him to think. You're still in this fight.
I'm impressed with the technique from Campa. Honestly, before he got with Manny Robles, he was all over the place, falling all over his feet, jabbing, lunging forwards. He's underneath himself. He seemed to be very underneath himself and very calculated tonight, picking his spots wisely, when to attack and when not to attack Lopez. The perfect time to attack Lopez is after he gets done punching, because he stays there.
That was partially blocked by Pedro Campa.
But Campa sees these punches coming. That's why they have no effect.
Lopez has a great jab, fellas. He's got a great jab to the head, to the body. He's educated. I don't think he uses it enough because he's got those Sports Center top 10 left hooks and right hands, but he should fall in love with that left hand a little bit more.
We have defensive movement, and then the right uppercut. Mouthpiece just came out.
Here we go.
What? He just picked it up.
Yeah, we're not watching it all.
I mean, what?
We're just putting it right back in the mouth.
Disgusting. See Lopez now going after that eye, that lead eye. The left eye of Campa is starting to swell rapidly.
That's discouraging right there.
Ooh.
That's discouraging.
Jab off the hip and then
right there. Yes, that's discouraging. But you just missed a bunch of shots. Then you got hit with those kind of shots. That's disrespectful from Teofimo Lopez.
The head movement has been masterful here in this 6th round by Lopez.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal,
Did you get the ice?
even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
Welcome to Subway's biggest refresh yet. They're drafting 12 new subs for their all-new Subway Series menu.
You've never seen subs like this before, Chuck. Meteoric meatiness and Chowtown cheesiness.
Let's go to our panel for more appetizing analysis.
The new Monsters Bacon has consummate, craveable crispiness.
The new boss is a perfect 10.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Gronk, thank you for nothing.
The new Subway Series. What's your pick?
140 pounds, the undefeated Arnold Barboza, who we just saw with a victory over Danielito Zaria, Mark Riddle.
Yeah, he just texted me. I said, what do you think of Teofimo? He says, he's too small and too slow. This is a big boy, well, division. I'll end him. So there you go. The small talk is full effect.
It's a division at 140 pounds that went from Josh Taylor being the undisputed king to the business of boxing, now having Taylor with 2 belts, with Prograis and Zepeda mandated to fight for the WBC, with Jose Ramirez, who was in position. He has some personal plans coming up. And there is the knockdown scored in the opening moments of round 7.
Beautiful up jab.
Takeover says he wants to take back his lofty status. Let's see how he closes the show. Short right hand. 1-2 combination. A lot of time to work with here.
Campa's not only hurt,
switching stances.
He's not only hurt, he's busted up. See it in his face. See it in his nose is swollen, and he's got some tough decisions to make because he's not responding to those shots the way that he was in the first 3 or 4 rounds.
You see bad swelling on his face, especially that left side, but he's coming forward before they tie up. Still half a round to go here in round 7.
I think Lopez has to continue to pour it on, just the way he did when he got the knockdown. He didn't load up. It was boxing. It was a 2-1 combination that sat Compa down. Didn't try to throw it hard, but it landed hard. He needs to try to do the same thing right now.
Showing out with the defense.
Back into the mix.
Squared up, wiggling, stepping over, feeling it right now. And having fun on there is Lopez. Switching stances, stepping over, coming with the right hand. Blocking Compa's efforts. Left uppercut, right uppercut, short right drives down. A lot of blood coming from the nose of Compa. Headshot after headshot. Short right hand. A beat down in round 7. The take back. He just took what he wanted there in that round. And here it comes. Let the celebration begin. Old school Teofimo backflip.
A lot of brutality going on in this round. Beautiful right cross right there. Nice up jab right up the middle. That was so fast and so accurate. Beautiful counter right there by Teofimo Lopez. Catch, boom, boom. Compa never saw that jab coming, that up jab. Beautiful shot right there from Teofimo Lopez.
And that came after 6.5 rounds of punishment. Didn't come early in this fight. Teo may have to go about getting the knockouts at 140 pounds a little bit different than he did at 135. Now he knew he had Compa going. So then you see him transform into the old Teofimo Lopez at 35, standing right there, planting his feet, knowing that if I just get the right shot in there, I'm going to get Tony Weeks to do just what he did, step in and save Pedro Compa.
3 straight overhand rights at short range, right to the temple, is what got Weeks to stop the fight. But it was that spectacular, speedy Viper attack of the 2-1 combo, the up jab, that started the downhill ascent and got the victory that everybody expected in that fashion tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Resorts World Las Vegas, it is time for the Bud Light Celebration decision. Tony Weeks calls a stop to this bout at 2 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 7 for your winner by technical knockout, and now the WBO International and NABF Junior Welterweight Champion, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez!
He has said this week he loves the growing, the teaching, the pain, the hardship, being married to the sport right now. Went through a lot of that pain. Now he's back where he wants to be with his hand raised and another knockout victory. But what will be next? We will discuss that and we will ask him. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. It is brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. That signature backflip. And we will hear from Teofimo Lopez when we come back to Vegas.
One day you might realize going to grandma's doesn't count as vacation when you decide to go